Hey guys, Brian, Mr. SF Studios, working here on the YTS 3000 riding mower. Every season it's a good idea periodically to lube everything, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Just get yourself some rags and a grease gun, and you find the zerks. There's a zerk here in the steering, clean it off. There's also a zerk here in the axle, right up in there. There's one. You wipe that off. Take your grease gun and poke it onto the nipple on the zerk. And sometimes you got to add a little tension while you're pumping it. Squeeze some grease in, just a couple pumps till you start to see it ooze out of the bottom. A little dollop of grease at the bottom lets me know that this is lubed. We're good. Now we'll catch the inside one on the wheel. Turn the steering wheel till you can get to your zerk. And it's right here. So we'll just put our fitting onto that and give it a couple pumps. Where it's there, that's good. And it's not a bad idea to jack up the mower and actually take off the rear wheel and grease the shaft, because as I've found, if you don't put anti-seize or paint it, these things can weld on with rust, so greasing the shaft is probably a good idea too. I'm not going to do that now because I know I did it last year really well. I put anti-seize, I painted it, everything, so it should be okay. You want to come over to your height adjustment and drop the deck all the way down, because we want to get to the spindle. There's been a lot of debate on the internet whether this does any good or not to grease the spindles. But I mean, they give you a zerk for a reason, so you might as well pump a little grease in there from time to time. You don't have to go nuts with it, but at least put some in. I've done it both ways, greased it and not greased it, and honestly it doesn't really matter. These spindles don't last forever. You're more likely to hit a tree root or some piece of wood in the yard, something, before you even have to worry about whether or not the grease is doing any good. So it doesn't hurt. Grease is fairly inexpensive, so pump a couple squirts in there from time to time. You don't have to, but I always clean up after greasing, just to keep the nipples clean. But you don't have to. This is looking good. See all that grease? That's all lubricated. These are sealed, so you don't have to do with that. That's pretty much it. It's just the main steering knuckle here, the front bearing, and the spindle. So that's pretty much it. Once you've greased all your zerks, your mower's good to go for a while. It's probably good to do it every couple of months during the mowing season. And a note on this thing, always kind of carry it away from your body because it has a tendency to leak, drip oil out of it. So you don't want that going on your shoe or whatever, so just kind of keep it away from yourself. See, it kind of did it there, dripped on the ground. So that's pretty much how you lube your riding mower. Other maintenance you can do is up under here. You got your spark plug. You could pull that out and take it to your Home Depot and get one just like it and put a fresh one in for the season. But I just put a nice new one. I think it's even an E3. Those things work really good. I put that in last year, so I know I'm good. It's running fine. And you know, normal maintenance, check your oil, make sure the oil's clean. This oil's good. That's one of the nice things about this, is it has a oil filter, so it keeps the oil nice and clean, just like a car. This is something you should probably do pretty much every time you mow, is open up your air filter and clean out your mesh, because it has like a little sock, and that thing gets real filthy. You can just take it out, wash it with soap and water, and then put it back on, shake out the air filter. It gets worse as the season progresses. See, like that looks fine. I just did that last time and I didn't mow very much today. So replace this fuel filter from time to time if it's looking dirty, but this looks good. This was always handy. It had this little chart here to show you what part numbers are for different things. It makes getting spark plugs and oil filters and stuff a lot easier if you have the number. So look underneath the cowl, maybe you have a similar sticker on your mower. And then just a quick word or two on Fuel additives. I love them. Whatever you want. Lucas is good. Lucas always works good, whether it's in a car or a mower. Just follow the directions for whatever the ratio is. Add it to your mower fuel, because these days with all the ethanol that's in the gas is garbage. So having a little bit of this keeps your mower running clean, keeps it from getting sticky and crudted up. This was something I got at, I think it was Pacific Pride, but it seems to be pretty good too. It's a fuel conditioner. So I've been trying that, and the mower seems to like it a lot. What I do is I get the Lucas in the big bottle, and then buy one of the little one-time treatments, and then just keep refilling it. That way I know it's all pre-measured and ready to go. So I have a couple of those. I keep them ready for the cars. These are set up for like 14 gallons, 16 gallons, something like that. But you just follow the directions or whatever the ratio is. But it's a good thing to do. Keep the mower running good. Okay, well, hope that helps. Happy mowing. It's that time of year.